Good morning, good day, good evening. Welcome to the YouTube YieldMax Mindset YouTube channel. Thank you for dropping in. So we're going to be discussing Group A of YieldMax, and most of these will pay out on the 13th. Some will pay sooner, with some of the RoundHill and KURV. KURV, I believe, may even pay today. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so these prices are going to vary each month if you should happen to own some of the above ETFs. Here's a roundabout payout you should receive. Below is what you would get paid out for owning the number of shares multiplied by the price per share. First up, we have YBIT. YBIT closed yesterday at $10.91. Previously paid out 87 cents. And is currently paying out a huge reduction in price. All right, so we're currently paying out $34.14. So if you have 62 shares like I do, that would be $20.55. And if you have 1,000 shares, that'd be $132.56. And 10,000 shares will get you $3,314. Next up, we have feet. Yesterday it closed at $36.70. Previously paid out $1.44. Currently paying out a reduced amount of $112. All right, so if you have 500 shares, it'd be $560.30. 10,000 shares would get you $11,206. Next we have FIVE, a FIVE. Closed yesterday at $39.34. Previously paid out 97 cents. Currently paying out $1.06. So if you have 2,000 shares of this, that would be $2,126.80. And 10,000 shares will get you $10,634. Next, we have TSLA, the OG of all the YieldMax funds. Alrighty, closed yesterday at closed yesterday at $8.67. Previously paid out 76 cents. So it's currently paying out a reduced amount of 40 cents. So if you have 50 shares, it'd be $20.14. 180 shares is what I currently own. So if you happen to own 180 shares, you are joining me and getting $72.50. All right, 10,000 shares would yield you $4,028. Next, we have Snowy. Closed yesterday at $17.43. Previously paid out $1.30. 31 cents, $1.31. Currently paying out almost an equal amount of $1.28. All right, so if you own 2,000 shares of this, that would be $2,551.40. 10,000 shares will get you a nice $12,757. Next, we got another OG, OGOR. Closed yesterday at $8.44. Previously paid out 31 cents. All right, currently paying out a nice 40 cents. So if you own 100 shares, it'd be $39.47. 5,000 shares will get you $1,973.50. Next, we got XOMO. Closed yesterday at $12.76. Previously paid out 40 cents. Currently paying out 25 cents. All right, so 500 shares of this will be $124.90. 5,000 shares will be $1,249. And 10,000 shares will get you a nice $2,498. All right, next we have TSMY. Closed yesterday at $16.55. Previously paid out 79 cents. Currently paying out a nice 90 cents. So if you have 10,000 shares, that'd be $8,958. 2,000 shares will get you $1,791.60, and 50 shares will get you $44.79. Next, we have GOOY. Closed yesterday at 12.69. Previously paid out 35 cents. Currently paying out 40 cents. So if you have 10,000 shares, it'll be $3,976. 2,000 shares will be $795.60. And 50 shares will get you $19.89. All right, next up is CRSH. Closed yesterday at $4.80. Is that correct? $4.80? Hold on one second if y'all don't mind. Let me take a look. That seems very low, but I just want to double check if you don't mind. All right. I'm looking this up on my phone. Sometimes I see these prices and I'm like, that can't be right, even though I put it there myself, right? Oh, that's correct. $4.80. All right. So it previously paid out 32 cents. Currently paying out 25 cents. All right. So if you own 50 shares, it'd be $12.68. 1,000 shares will get you $253.40. And 10,000 shares will be $2,534. Next, we got our weekly YieldMax ETFs. First up is YMax. Closed yesterday at $13.77. Previously paid out 17 cents and is currently paying out 18 cents. Alrighty. So if you have 50 shares, that will be $9.02 like I do. And if you happen to own 2,000 shares, that will be $360.60. And 10,000 shares will get you $1,803. Next, the weekly ETF, we have the YMAG. All right, it closed yesterday at 15.44. Previously paid out 21 cents. Currently paying out 17 cents. All right, so if you have 1,000 shares, guess what? That's $170.90. And if you have 10,000 shares, that's going to be $1,709. All right. Next, we have LFGY weekly ETF. Closed yesterday at $40.32. Previously paid out 47 cents. And is currently paying out, guess what? 47 cents again. So if you own 50 shares, that'd be $23.62. 5,000 shares would be $2,362. And 10,000 shares would net you $4,724. Next, we have GPTY weekly ETF. Closed yesterday at 46.41. Previously paid out 30 cents. Currently paying out 31 cents. So 5,000 shares would be $1,535. 50 shares will get you $15.35. And 500 shares will be $153.50. All right, SDTY weekly ETF closed yesterday at 44.01. Previously paid out 22 cents. Currently paying out 23 cents. So 50 shares will be $11.29. 1,000 shares will be $225.10. And 10,000 shares will be $2,258. Next, we have RDTY weekly ETF. Closed yesterday at 46.37. Previously paid out 21 cents and is currently paying out 31 cents. All right. So 1,000 shares would be $303.80 and 10,000 shares would be $3,038. Next, we have QDTY. Previously closed at $43.13 and previously paid out 23 cents. Currently paying out 26 cents. So 1,000 shares would be $257.20. 10,000 shares would be $2,572. Next, we have one of our newer ones is CHPY. Closed yesterday at 53.69. Previously paid out 35 cents. Currently paying out 31. 2,000 shares of this will yield you $806.20. 10,000 shares would get you $4,031. Next, we have ALTI weekly ETF. Closed yesterday at $6.22. Previously paid out 10 cents and is currently paying out 10 cents. So if you own 50 shares, that would be $4.75. If you happen to own 405 shares like I do, that would be $38.48. But if you don't and you own 10,000 shares, that would be $950 for this week. All right. RoundHill weekly ETF closed yesterday, which is QDTE, excuse me. Closed yesterday at 34.80. Previously paid out 21 cents. Currently paying out 15 cents. 10,000 shares will get you $1,458.07. 2,000 shares will be $291.61. RDT, around here, weekly ETF, closed yesterday at 34.61. Previously paid out 30 cents. Currently paying out only 14 cents. So if you got 2,000 shares, it'll be $269.75. 10,000 shares will be $1,348.76. XDTY around here closed yesterday at 43.81. Previously paid out 25 cents. All right. Currently paying out 19 cents. So if you own 2,000 shares, it'll be $386.51. 10,000 shares will be $1,932.57. All right. Our monthly RoundHill YBTC closed yesterday at 47.08. And it is currently paying, previously paid out 42 cents. And it is currently paying out, only 20 cents. Okay. 5,000 shares would be $2,029.92. All right, now we're moving to KURV. KURV AMZP monthly ETF closed yesterday. Well, I ain't gonna say yesterday. Yes, I am gonna say yesterday. $28.98. Previously paid out 50 cents. Currently paying out 45 cents. All right, on that 500, you see I got my dollar sign in the wrong place. My bad, people. But if you got 10,000 shares, that'd be $4,500. Next, we got KURV MSFY. Closed yesterday at 25.76. Previously paid out 25 cents and is currently paying out 25 cents. So 1,000 shares, guess what? $250. 10,000 shares, $2,500. All right, this is YieldMax Mindset. I said that is YieldMax Mindset. Saying thank you, and let's continue to get these dividends. This group this week is a little weak, but hey, money is money. Let's go. All right, y'all have a blessed day. I am out of here.